Welcome to GAMEpoch, the show where I play through the history of video games in the order of their release, starting with Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo. I'm MystikDan, and today I'm playing Metroid. I just went through a long series of exploration to find some awesome stuff. First of all, I got the high jump, which has been fairly helpful in reaching harder to reach heights. I didn't even really need to say that, because that's kind of obvious. And I found the screw attack, which is the greatest thing. In this game, it's suddenly enabled me to be far more awesome than I was before. So that's been awesome. I'm really happy about that. I feel like I can actually handle stuff in this game a lot better now. So now I can focus on just trying to find where I am and where I'm going, which is the much greater challenge. Unfortunately, at this point, it might almost be easier, well, faster to die, but... Oh, and that's the thing that sucks about this game as well. It's only a password system, which passwords are never... They're not convenient. It's better than not having your progress at all. Like, many of these early games. But... you also can't get a password until you've died. So that's fun! You can't save when things are going great. Which is, by the way, something I do like a lot about the Souls games, since I was talking about them, is you can... It's just constantly saving. It's just always saving. And as soon as you quit out, it saves where you're at. It's constantly saving as you reach new areas, as you grab new items, and stuff like that. So it's just got a lot of that going on. There aren't really save points specifically, and there's no, like, custom saving except for quitting out of the game. So, you can just quit out at any time, and then once you load up your file again, it's exactly where you left off, where you quit out. And that can be advantageous, because there are some things that don't trigger until after you've done an event and then left and come back later. I think I can just get straight up out of here. Yes! And appear, please. Thank you. Ow. Alright, I think that took me right back to there. And I'm going to head out of here and go up and try to get those couple of missiles that I've tried to get about 1,000,000 times. But I finally should be able to because of the awesome screw attack. I mean, no, it's not perfect, but oh, so much better. And again, it only takes effect when I'm spin jumping. So, it's somewhat tricky to spin jump. Now, you'll also notice that it's not the same thing as... If any of you have played, like, Super Metroid and stuff, you'll notice it's not the same thing as space jumping. Space jumping you can do in Super Metroid without having screw attack. And what it does is it lets you jump in the air repeatedly, over and over and over and over again. So you can stay potentially airborne indefinitely until you choose to land or you screw up and you gotta start over again. But yeah, so it's empty. Empty ball. Oh well, that's okay. Ah, no! I'm gonna get hit by the flames! Ow. So, the space jump would be nice to allow me to keep airborne and not risk falling into lava and crap like that, and maybe evade some hits and stuff like that. That's okay. So that just took me out from the high jump, so now I can go back up and get that little section of a couple missiles, and then I will head back down. So let's go up. Alright, and so the problem with the Dark Souls and Demon Souls things where you have to backtrack a lot, some people have tried to excuse it, and some people, you'll notice, were giving their reasons for why it doesn't bother them, or they don't mind it, or whatever, but I don't know anybody that likes that. That's just like, I'm so glad they included that. That's like a game changer. If they didn't have that, oh boy, I would have never played this game. Some people will, like, talk a big talk and be like, oh, it makes you appreciate the victory more, and it's actually good because it makes it more rewarding to do all that. And I'm like, you know what? That's for some people. And that can be like a self-appointed challenge to like, oh my gosh, this is silly. Will you? Okay. This is ridiculous. Red to the dick to the U. Ridiculous. This class is ridiculous. And, but I just don't buy it. And that's not to say that I hate backtracking, period. Because that is not at all the case. I mean, look at the kind of games I love. I love, most of my favorite games all growing up have been role-playing games, most of which involve backtracking and going back to previous areas. Role-playing games and just a lot of games that I really, really like have backtracking involved in them, especially since as a completionist, a lot of the times you'll have to go back to early areas to get stuff that you missed the first time. There's nothing wrong with backtracking by itself as a concept. What I hate with a burning passion is when I'm trying to accomplish a challenge. You know, the next challenge that I need to do is to face this boss. I have just gone through this long, harrowing, difficult level, which all of them in Dark Souls and Demon Souls are, because that's the Souls way. And so it's like, now that I've proven myself that I could get through those levels, I've reached the boss. So now I can focus on the boss. That's the way I feel like we should be doing things. But that's often not how it gets done in Souls. They decide that it would be just too easy. It would be too convenient to start right outside, right near the boss fight. You should have to suffer through half of or all of the stage again just to get back to the boss fight. Even though you've already done it, you've already proven it, and that's the thing that especially kills me. Like, if you've already succeeded, it's like what's the point of a game? The game is to experience something, but it's challenging you. It's trying to say, all right, here's what you gotta do. Prove to me that you could do this. If you've got this character with these rules in this setting, can you do this? Can you get this guy to do this section this way? I bet you can't do this. You know, just imagine with gaming, like it's like a friend that says, I bet you can't jump up and touch that string hanging off the ceiling with your hands. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Get out of here. What is going on? Hey! I'm stuck! No! Why? Why? Why would you do this? Oh, this is terrible. I feel cheated. That was awful. Bad form, Nintendo. Bad form. That was not cool. Well, at least I'm starting with an awesome screw attack, so that's cool. Oh, well. Alright, so this room should go easier. I feel like the screw attack is... Okay, like, do I need to keep holding the jump button? Maybe that's the problem, is I'm not holding it. Oh, I think I just figured out one of my own issues. Yes, sweetness. Not the sweetness will not be concerned with me. So I gotta say, well, let me continue my analogy with... So let's say your friend, you got a friend that's like, okay, you see that string up there? I bet you can't reach that with your hands tied behind your back. I bet you can't jump up and reach that and touch it with your nose. And then you're like, okay, I got my rules, I got my setting, I've got what my abilities are, you know, what I can do, what I can't do. Let's see if I can do it. That's what a game is. That's what a video game is. It's just... Oh, I've already gone through this. It's just giving you a setup and going, I bet you can't do this. A little bit of tude. And you're proving that you can. And it's a fun scenario. Because a lot of the time it's fun to try to exert yourself. Like you'll jump up, holding your hands behind your back, trying to touch the string with your nose and going, ooh, this is kind of hard. I gotta try to figure out how to do this. And then you're having fun doing this because it's a stupid thing to do, but you're actually having a blast. That's the essence of games. And that's the essence of a video game as well, if you ask me. And then you do it. Now, then you could get into things like obstacle courses, where you've got to do a whole bunch of these challenges and try to... Oh, I have no health. It's garbage. You gotta try to do as many of these challenges as possible. And see how fast you can do them or whatever. But if there's no, like, time limit involved, then it's not... Ah, no! It's not about how fast you can do it, it's just whether you can do it or not. And that's kind of what save points show. Now, granted, if you're going to be doing what I'm doing and comparing, say, Dark Souls or Demon Souls to an obstacle course like this, where it's like, okay, part of the obstacle course is it does have checkpoints, that once you've reached the checkpoint, everything before the checkpoint, you have now proven yourself, and you don't have to do that anymore. But everything after the checkpoint, oh my gosh. Why am I not getting any health for killing anything? Like, seriously, what are you thinking? I need health! I gotta get my health! Oh man. This game is unreal. Ugh. And so it's like... But to me, I have always just kind of imagined, and a lot of old games did this. So I'm sure that, because a lot of the motivation with Souls games has been to bring back a lot of the old school difficulty and the old school charm as a result. And a lot of the time, many bosses would have at least half a level, if not the whole level, that you would have to beat before you could fight the boss. And if you died, you would have to do the level again. But that sucked. That was super hard. And that would be a big demotivation for people to try to beat a game, because it was just so hard. And it's so frustrating when you've already, like, to me, even sections of a level can be like, well, I've already proven myself with that. I've already done that part, so I want to move on to a part of the level I have not yet proven. But with levels, I can kind of understand, well, there's always a question with level design. At what point do you cut it off? At what point do you say, this level's been long enough? This level, we need to give them a break. So let's allow them to stop at this point and get to the next section of the level. We'll just have a checkpoint here, so if they die, they don't have to redo all that stuff, but now they gotta start from here to prove themselves for all this stuff. You gotta ask yourself, what is the motivation behind that? Why would you have checkpoints at all? What is the point of a checkpoint? Why? Why'd you stop? Did I let go of the button? I may have, without realizing it. I might have. Might just have. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I need health. You know, I need health. Come on. Come on. That's not health. I have plenty of missiles. As a matter of fact, my missiles are full. Yeesh. Alright, what awaits me here? Okay. Woo! I believe I know where I am. Now the question is, should I continue on here, wherever this is? Or should I go back to the first area? Because there are some things I can reach now. Let me take a look at the map, because this is just... This game is so hard without it. Oh, I think I'm in Ridley's lair. Yep, I am down in Ridley's lair. I think that's what that face means. So what other power-ups I get down here besides that? I don't know that I get much of anything, so I probably should head back first. Yeah, I don't really get too much. There's an E-Tank, there's a missile, and another missile. So there's 2 E-Tanks and 2 missiles, and one of the major bosses that I have to kill. Oh, did I miss something? I missed something. Where was that? Oh, was I... Oh, I totally missed something, didn't I? Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Huh, I should have kept going. Okay, well, I should go back and grab that. Missed something I did. Yeah, I missed a bunch of stuff in that last place. How did I manage that? I am blind. I'm a blind mofo. I missed a lot of missiles. And a weapon. Yeah, I will come here later. So that's here. Well, that's just a waste of time. I might as well just kill myself, because this will take too long. Oh, and now new enemies are here. So it's a lot of it's progress. It seems like most of it might be progress. Rather than just, you know, item upgrades that I get. Let's see, I am getting close to the 20-minute mark. So yeah, really quick before I get back on the Dark Souls tangent. I was watching on the Game Grumps, and Ross was talking with Ray Navarez Jr., who has given me some tips that has helped me kind of try to figure out what to do with my Twitch stuff. So, shoutouts to him. Thank you for your advice on that. Oh, no, 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 no. No. And, one of the things that Ross was talking about, well, how he's referenced, YouTube gives search results priority. Like, they used to give it based on view count. But then they decided that because view counts could be artificially inflated, that they wanted to do it differently. And the way that they decided to do it was to reward videos based on minutes watched. Because a lot of people would just, you know, they'd start a video and then just click right out. And this was something that a lot of people took advantage of, especially with, like, reaction and response videos, like, and, I mean, the most of these that I saw were, like, girls who would just have this getup where they would show massive cleavage and throw that in the thumbnail and just draw all this attention to themselves. And then people would click on it, a lot of horny guys would click on it, or, you know, people would click on it to see a legitimate response and then not get much of one. And then get pissed off, and then they click away. So this person would get, like, no views. Also, no, it wasn't just them. It was a lot of videos that would have, like, ridiculous thumbnails, again, taking advantage of horny guys, that would have, like, super sexy girls, hot cleavage, and all sorts of stuff to try to drive clicks. And it worked. And then it would be a video about something else completely unrelated, but it would have gotten the view anyway, and that was all it took. And so now their view count is insanely high. So a lot of these videos were getting rewarded for that, and that's crappy. Absolutely crappy behavior, and they wanted to curb that. The problem is videos that are just short, because that's just what the video was intended to be, but they're still quality videos. This predominantly relates to, or at least a major type of video that meets this criteria are animated clips, like Egoraptors and Rosses and, you know, stuff like that. A lot of animations aren't very long, because even short animations take a lot of work and a lot of time to make. So it's very disheartening for them to have had that algorithm change, because now it means that their hard work is going to get fairly unrewarded, despite how many views they have. They're not going to get as rewarded in YouTube's algorithms for, you know, related and recommended videos and stuff like that, just because their videos are short. And even if people watch their entire videos, which most of their clicks were people watching their entire videos, they still would get punished by this because they're not long. Meanwhile, gaming videos and Let's Play videos and videos that were really long because of reviews or whatever, but especially long-form Let's Play videos would get seriously rewarded. And so then you started to see the advent of wildly successful Let's Players, including PewDiePie, and, you know, now you got Markiplier and, you know, Machinima and Best Friend Play and all this kind of stuff. They're getting rewarded, the longer videos are getting rewarded by YouTube's algorithms because people who watch their videos all the way to the end are watching long videos and watching lots of minutes as a result. And because YouTube's algorithms favor minutes, that's, you know, how it gets rewarded. They had discovered that roughly just over 10 minutes was like the sweet spot. That was about where YouTube would start to really reward videos. Oh, I should have just gone down in the other room. Oh well. Well, this is about the time where I should be ending. Can I just go straight down? I might be able to, actually. Ha 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 ha! These are tricky. Yeah, there they are. Alright, and as I land, I'm gonna go and pause, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for checking out GAMEpoch. I will see you in the next one. This is MystikDan signing out. Bye!